So with the combine about a week away, I want to start taking a look at all the possible choices the Cincinnati Bengals could take at pick 18. Because at the end of the day, well, yes, I've said many times I want us to take a right tackle. The facts are they're going to take the best player available. And if that's not a right tackle, it's not a right tackle, right? They're going to take best player. Now, the NFL Combine is going to give us a closer look on who that said best player might be. And these are players we're going to have to take a look at and watch in the Combine to see, are they really as they are cracked up to be? Are they worth the 18th overall pick, or are they not? So let's go ahead and talk about them. Starting off right away, we have Zerhan Newton, D tackle from Illinois. We talked about this guy many times. I know you guys in the comic section have told me that you would like for him to be the number 18th pick if we don't go with the right tackle. And it makes a lot of sense, especially with the fact we're going to lose DJ Reader potentially. You want to have that guy who can just be that disruptor on the defensive line. And even if you do keep DJ Reader, there is still reasons why we would love to have another really good interior pass rusher on the defensive line, especially with the fact that our defensive line, while yes, Hendrickson's amazing and Hubbard's amazing, you want to have rotation. You want to have someone else that can also get inside and make plays other than those two guys. Because when you rely everything on two guys, it's when problems start happening. Next guy is Brock Bowers. Yeah, I think we've talked about him very, very much when it comes to this. Now, listen, we're the 18th overall pick. Is it possible that there's an offensive line frenzy in the beginning of this draft and all the offensive line go and Brock Bowers is available at pick 18 for us? Yes, there is a realistic possibility that that could happen. Don't know how much I think it's going to happen, but there is a realistic possibility that that could happen. If it does happen, it's going to be a very arguable idea on whether or not we should take Brock Bowers. Again, I still love the right tackle position, but we're going to see how he does in the combine, and maybe he'll go ahead and have a bad combine, and then he'll drop a little bit in the draft, and we do take him at 18. Again, if he's the best player available, they're going to take him. Just, it is what it is. Teron Arnold. See, there's a couple cornerbacks in the first round. Corey McKinsley, you have Teron Arnold, you have a couple other guys that I'm interested in the concept of, but I don't want to take a corner in the first round. Like, Brock Bowers is one thing, generational tight end, gives us a really huge leap forward in our offense, and we can at least build upon that. Cornerback position, while yes, is very important, and obviously Cam Taylor-Britt last year had some injuries. Cheeto was going to leave, and Mike Hilton's not getting any younger, let's be honest. DJ Turner's going to have to take another step forward. I feel like I would want to address this more later on in the draft and potentially address that a little bit in free agency when it comes to getting a veteran corner. I heard this rumor that Marlon Humphreys might be cut from the Baltimore Ravens because he's a cap casualty. That's actually a rumor that's been spreading around. Not sure if they're going to do that, but if they do that, Chase did say the one cornerback Humphreys said the one cornerback he doesn't, one wide receiver he hates going against is Jamar Chase. Well, guess what, Humphrey? You don't have to hate him anymore. You come over here to the dark side. Anyway, next guy here, and somebody did tell me how to say his name correctly because there's 3 syllables in his name. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I say this name actually correctly. Shout out to Dapple Dandy. Fuaga. So, Fuaga from Oregon State, and again, shout out to everyone who does tell me down below when I say a name incorrectly, and you give me the correct punctuation. Don't just make fun of me, just tell me how to say it, and I'll make sure I say it from now on. Fuaga from Oregon State, he's another guy we talked about in the draft that I'm really excited about. I can't wait to see how he does in his combine, though, because there are some question marks I have about him, and I think the combine, while it's not going to be perfect, it's going to give us a little bit more of a, if the intent or the ideas that we have so far about him, if they're correct or not. I'll say it like that. J.C. Latham is the next guy on the docket here. Right tackle from Alabama. I don't think the combine's going to change anything. I think he's Obviously, an amazing right tackle coming out of Alabama, and we'll see how that ends up turning out. But he is the guy. He is the perfect pick for us at pick 18. Latu, edge rusher from UCLA. It's another guy we talked about, especially in our mock draft videos. Listen, I'm not against the idea of taking the edge rusher. It's just not over right tackle, personally. And I don't think any of the edge rushers at this spot, pick 18, are going to be that good. That's an automatic yes, pick them. If Dallas Turner's there or Verse is there, Jared Verse, maybe. I don't know about some other picks, though. Mims is a project, and I don't think looking at the, I don't think the combine's going to change that in a lot of people's minds or ideas. I think he's a player he's a special player, as it says right here, and it's really going to come down to how who wants to take a shot and who wants to take the time to build him, right? That's really what it comes down to. Jackson Powers Johnson, this is another guy that a lot of mock drafts are having him go to us. He's a player that I like for the Bengals. He could be the Bengals starting left guard in 2024 and a potential dedicated replacement at center when the time comes. I'm not against that idea, but I'd rather go with guard later on in the draft. And also, free agency is also a beautiful thing when it comes to guards. There's some decent guards available. Kevin Zeitler. And Cody White here as well. Brian Thomas Jr. This is the age-old LSU receiver. I'm not really too much of a fan. Tyler Guyton, other than the fact that Duke Tobin loves him and he would love to play for us, I'm not too much of a fan of going with him. DeAndre Sweat, again, another player I've seen in the comment section down below. Replacement here for DJ Reader. Byron Murphy, same concept here. Just finding a replacement and getting that interior pass rush in some kind for DJ Reader as a replacement. And again, like I said, I'm never going to go against that. You can never have too many pass rushers, too many defensive tackles, too many, interior defensive linemen, especially rotation purposes. Injuries happen, the whole 9 yards. We, this year, have been very much introduced to all those issues that could happen, right? But at the same time, this 18th pick, we can't squander this. This is going to be the last time, probably within the next 10 to 15 years, knock on wood, barring injuries, that we're going to be picking this high, right? We're probably not going to be picking within, I say 22, probably like anywhere from 25 to 32 for the next 10 to 15 years. So this is our last chance to go out there and get ourselves a guy who can be a game changer. Which I know that puts a lot of stuff riding on this one pick. But yeah, that's really what it comes down to. And in the past, when we've had these situations, we hit Joe Burrow. We got Jamar Chase, right? We hit these picks before. We hit the home runs. And this just needs to be another home run. We had an L when we got Jonah Williams with the 11th overall pick back in 2019. And that was definitely a problem. And we can't have the L, right? So we're going to have to take a W with this pick. So we'll see what ends up happening. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.